Hello, everybody. My name is Samar Adhikari, and today I will be presenting the Alpha-2-Macroglobulin Gene, otherwise known as A2M. And this gene is very essential to human function. In words that this is intrinsically antiviral, but I will be explaining everything shortly. Hope you guys enjoy. So the goals of this presentation are to get to know A2M. The A2M has a position in chromosome in the human genome, to be specific, which I will be presenting. The functions of A2M, meaning after being produced mitotically, it has a certain mechanism which we call the bait and trap mechanism, to which its function is fully exercised. The gene product of A2M, which is the A2M protein, as explained, is very essential to human life, and it has many things to do with arthritis, Alzheimer's disease, and just regular function of probably dormant viruses as well. And lastly, I will also be presenting the functions of the A2M protein, which are predominantly present in many parts of the body. So getting to know A2M, it's primarily produced by the liver and locally by fibroblasts and adrenocortical cells, which are cells of the adrenal cortex, and it's positioned at the 12p chromosome, which is the short arm of chromosome 12, at position 13.31 as pictured in this slide. It is 48,000 base pairs long approximately and spans over 36 exons. Exons being regions that encode for proteins and end up within an mRNA molecule. We also know that certain exons are non-coding regions, and so depending on the part of the body, it will express the gene at certain times. So the A2M gene and the A2M protein are two different things, of course, but at the end of the day, having the same name, we can also discern that they have the same effects. Essentially, that's only going to say when it is expressed. So alpha-2-macroglobulin, as we know as the A2M gene, are a part of the macroglobulin family and are plasma proteins found in the blood. They share the function of binding hosts or foreign peptides and particles, which essentially served as an antiviral protein. We also know the A2M gene and the protein as protease inhibitors, protease being proteins or enzymes to be specific, which produce proteolytic activity, meaning they break down proteins into their subunits, meaning they break down proteins from the quaternary structure to structures that are underneath, such as tertiary, secondary, or even primary. And additionally, it is a cytokine transporter, which does many things. So the A2M gene, as pictured right here in this slide, goes to show that it is a tetramer, meaning it has 4 parts. Here we have something called the bait region. The bait region attracts proteases, and in different parts we have different proteases, but to be general, proteases are attracted to the A2M protein, and as we see in this last part, they're binded to the point where they're trapped. They can't properly function the way they want to or the way they should. Hence what we call this mechanism, hence the name of this mechanism, the bind and trap mechanism. Here we have a picture of many different things. It's different graphs, but specifically I want to focus on what we see here, which is the A2M. If you guys can see my cursor, which I hope you will, A2M is right over here, and this graph shows the GTEX, which is the genotype tissue expression of various body parts. So here we can have pancreatic tissue, we could have lung tissue, and pretty much it just varies in abundance between different parts of the human body. So over here we see a sample, meaning like somebody that donated their tissue to express their A2M, or a depiction of their A2M gene expression, which clearly shows that there's a good number that varies in the lungs, but also, as you can see over here, in the musculoskeletal systems, um, over here in the mammary tissue, and essentially, like mentioned before, this gene and the protein itself has positive regulation with proteases, meaning that they become more abundant within their when proteases are abundant. So it's also a cytokine transporter in the sense that it has an effect on the immune system and does many functions in the sense that it stops certain viruses from producing even more, or it just regulates the body in the way it should. And here are my references. Hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you.